Upanishad, part 2, chapter 2, part 1, chapter 2, and we have to begin today the third verse. So what did we see last week? It was towards the conclusion of the last verse, it was told, यह तु मंदः अल्पबुद्धिः सविवेक असामर्थ्यादि योगक्षेमादि योगक्षेम निमित्तं शरीरादि उपचय रक्षण निमित्तम् इति एतत् प्रेयः पशुपुत्रादि लक्षणं वृणीते. It was told that on the other hand, first it was talked about the Shreya person who is putting efforts towards immortality, whereas on the other hand, the man of poor intelligence, manda alpa buddhi, manda, little intellect, manda is stupid, alpa buddhi, little intellect, two words are used. We recognize ourselves in those words. We want the ice cream, we want to go to India, you want to come out of this cage. So this man of poor intellect, poor intelligence, and is incapable of discrimination, discernment, and as a result he pursues what? He pursues the pleasurable. He pursues that which is sweet. And what is sweet? The three ashanas. What are they? Putreshna, Vitteshna, Lokeshna. Vitteshna, wealth. He pursues wealth. Wealth not necessarily means only money. Siddhis also. Experiences on meditation also. Second, Putreshna. Such a stupid, the one who doesn't have discriminative ability, he wants children, he wants to become a parent. And once you have got into that family life, after that you have to say it is wonderful. There is no other choice because you can't come out of it. But ask, look into yourself, dive deep into your heart. Who doesn't want freedom? Who wants to be shackled down by people who don't listen to you? Or people who love you more than you want them to love you? Both ways it is a problem. Both ways it is attachment. First is we can't handle, this is too much, man, this is too sweet, I'll get diabetes. And the other is you keep trying to correct them, you keep trying to because you are grown up, you can see where they are going to go wrong if they have those attitudes, but they will not listen, just like we did not listen when we were young. So, and the third one, Lokeshna, the desire for name and fame. So desire for wealth, a desire for children, and desire for name and fame. Name and fame comes by creating networks, creating relationships, by giving donation and making a big statement. I gave so much donation to that ashram, to that temple, to that church, for that big cause. Oh, Maharaj, please give me also some. I also started a charity group. So these three ashanas we have to become free of. Tyage naike amritatva manashuhu. Kathopanishad says only one who has given up these three ashanas, tyage naike, giving up of these three desires, explained, I'll say again, our job is to keep repeating it. What does it mean to give up? To give up means live like a lotus in this world. Live in the dirt, but don't get touched by water. Lotus grows only in dirty waters. But the dirt cannot touch the lotus leaf. See? So we live in this world of continuous change. A stupid person wants permanency where there is no permanency. Wants continuity where there is constancy where there is no constancy. This is the lot of the stupid person who is not able to discern, discriminate. Why? He is after instant gratification. He is after, oh, this is looking so sweet. Yesterday only I got a call from America. One person who was living in Melbourne, he got married. Beautiful girl, turned out to be a schizophrenic. Once they went to America, she used to beat him, literally thrash him. And he's working for Microsoft or Oracle or something. And come home, get thrashed, go to sleep, and wait to run away to work again. So he divorced. Then he got married second time. He brought her here. स्वामी जी आशीर्वाद. अब क्या आशीर्वाद देंगे? हमको क्या पता क्या है, कौन है? One look. You wish the best for that person. But that girl who came, she was like a ramrod. Didn't want to bend. They were successful in her own right. Again, no compromise, fights, divorce. Now mother is worried. What will happen to our family lineage? What will happen to in the future? How after I go away, what will happen to my son? He's 35, 40 years old. What will happen to my son? I need to get him married. I need to find again worried. Arey. We are talking about whom? The man of poor intelligence. Are we falling in this lot? Continuously worried about children, worried about wealth, worried about name and fame? Or are we worried about realization? If we are worried about realization, it is the path of the good. If we are worried about anything but realization, then it is the path of the pleasant. Path of the pleasant is only with reference to this body. It is only to give joy to this body. When I say body, body, breath, mind, intellect. So recognize if we are there, okay, now don't imagine in your mind, take a pen and paper, write down where I am going wrong, what new rules of engagement I need to do. 3-4 days back, one person, almost every second day this fellow is calling me. Swamiji, only 2 questions. Only, Swamiji, 1 question. Sometimes usually the question is about some understanding that he has gained on the seat of meditation, but it is always coupled with some family or worldly questions. 3-4 days ago, Swamiji, I'll take only 5 minutes. I said, okay, I know 5 minutes will become 15 minutes. Okay, go, shoot. So first question, before spiritual question, the first question. What is the question? My son is depressed. I have asked him to come back home. What should so hard, and now he is back. He says, what should I do? Whole life they will be only thinking about this only. Now in meditation also he will think about his son only. How to bring him out of depression. See? Be smart. What is being smart? Living in family, but inside, outwardly you are a family person, inwardly you are a sannyasi. Inwardly you are a renunciate. Inwardly nothing matters to you. Outwardly all drama, love, fight, argue, discuss, ha ha, hoo, he, everything. But inwards, zero value to everything. If you even remember this one thing, and for that, we told you last week towards the conclusion that death is the greatest teacher. Meditate on death as a principle, not as an event. Otherwise, suddenly listening to lecture, you will vanish. The problem. Don't die on me. Die on the self. Die on yourself. So meditate on death. What is death? Death is a absolute, what do you call, expiry date. Everything that comes into this creation has an expiry date. Macrocosmically and microcosmically. Microcosmically, an atom, a neutron, a proton, energy, matter. Matter dies, becomes energy. Energy dies, becomes matter. Thought dies, there is consciousness. Consciousness cannot die. Crystallizes. In that crystallization, that death is, we have forgotten our true nature, that is death. Death is ignorance. So individuality, when individuality dies, consciousness is there, only consciousness is there. This is at relative level we are talking about. So watch, and for this, the whole Hindu way of life, the Sanatan, the eternal way of life, that is the Hindu Dharma, it is built around this whole theme. Living every day in awareness of that junction where death can be accessed. While it is at the sunrise time, at the sunset time, between the two breaths, between the two thoughts, that is death. Contemplate. What will be the result? You will become fearless forever and ever and ever. And that is immortality. And it is not fearless out of a big ego. Oh, I'm strong and I'm this and no. This is with this recognition and acceptance that if life has come into existence, life will go out of existence. That is death. Accepting this phenomena of coming and going, birth and death, manifestation and unmanifestation, as an eternal phenomena. Nothing can be done about it. Then what can you do? I am already in this phenomena. I feel that I am the body, I am the breath. Outside, accept the phenomena. Right? Have you seen those surfers in Bell's Beach? 100 feet high. on you, it will break your back. But the surfer, he rides on the waves. Every wave is born and every wave is dying. But the surfer is riding the wave. It is using, he is in sync with that. So we have to be this wave of life. Every day is a wave, every thought is a wave, every breath is a wave, every sense is a wave, every day is a wave, every month is a bigger wave, every year is a bigger wave. COVID is a tsunami. Ride it. How do you ride it? With fear, you will surely die. If you die. If that surfer has fear in his heart, he will somewhere make a mistake. Either he'll be overconfident because of fearlessness, put on fearlessness, or he will be overcautious if he is fearful. Both ways he will create an accident. He has to find the middle ground. That is us. That we have to find. That is called equanimity. How does that equanimity express? Accept the world as a phenomena, coming and going. Do the game, play the game of life outside. Ride the life. Be in sync with nature. And internally, while going through that, be completely renounced. Having zero value even for this lecture. Because lecture is not the goal for us. What it is indicating is the goal. Where it is leading us, what destination it is pointing to, that is our goal. And that is in each one of you. Actually it is one, appearing as many. And therefore, Yamraj, he has and therefore Yamraj continues in the third verse. Repeat after me. Excuse me. Satvam priyan priya rupanscha kaman. Satvam priyan priya rupanscha kaman. Abhidhyayan nachiketotya srakshi. Abhidhyayan nachiketotya srakshi. Naitang srunkang vittamayi mavapto. Naitang srunkang vittamayi mavapto. Yasyam majjanti bahavo manushyaha. Yasyam majjanti bahavo manushyaha. Together. Satvam priyan priya rupanscha kaman. Abhidhyayan nachiketotya srakshi. Naitang srunkang vittamayi mavapto. Yasyam majjanti bahavo manushyaha. O Nachiket, you have carefully Satvam priyan priya rupanscha kaman abhidhyayan. You have abhidhyayan, you have correctly evaluated, properly evaluated, intelligently evaluated. Abhidhyayan. And what have you evaluated? What have you examined? You have examined, evaluated all the temptations that I presented to you, and you, on examining, on scrutinizing, temptations with regards to their nature, and having come to know what their nature is, you have rejected them. Satvam priyan priya rupanscha kaman avidhyayan nachiketotya sakshi. And you have given them up, you have rejected them. Now, naitan srunkam vittamayim avapto yasyam majjanti bahavo manushyaha. Naitam srunkam. Srunkam, you remember in the previous one of the verses before, in the first chapter it came. Srunkam was that garland of flowers which represented the Prakriti, the creation. Creation means all the powers of this creation were in that garland, which the Lord of Death put around the neck of Nachiketa. So Naitam Sunkam Vittamayim Avapto. Here he says that that you have not taken the garland of wealth which I presented, what is that? Yasyam majjanti bahavo manushyaha, in which majority of the people get lost. People get lost in wealth. Look around. Shares, crypto, property, investments, mutual funds, fixed deposit. Wealth is not only that. My children, my house, my health. My health is wealth. Don't they say that? Yes. So, I am after my health. For sure, we need all this. But overly indulging in all this, living life, breathing every moment, only wealth, only children, only name and fame. This is not the way of a seeker. We need to cultivate the quality of Nachiketa. Even so, look at most of you, whoever I see on this in this class, you get 3 meals a day without any problem. Those who are grown up, their children are working, no problem. Husband is working, no problem. You are working, no problem. Is there anything short in your life? From basic needs point of view, is there anything short? No. Then why can't we spend time? Why do we need more? Acquire. In yoga also, the first of the yama, one of them is aparigraha, non-accumulation of things. This is the way we must interact with the world. Non-accumulation of things. In that also comes memories. Do not accumulate memories. Photographs, videos. Live in the present, man. Because once you go away, the children are going to burn it only. Burn what? All the photographs. They'll keep theirs. Yours they will burn away along with your fire, along with your body. Cremation. There the body burns, immediately they will come back, they will look what is all unnecessary. Clothes, photographs. Oh, this is good one. This one photograph is enough. What about the others? Put it in the garbage. They will have a bonfire. Where I don't have place in my house. What do I do with this? They will burn away. But with great interest, great energy, you are collecting and collecting and collecting. For whom? Don't give it a name. For my children. You are collecting it because you are sick. You want to collect memories. Because you cannot live with an empty mind. Because you don't want to live in the present moment. See? And we say, oh, I'm doing it all for my children's benefit. They will remember. As if they want to remember us. Nobody wants us to remember. Nobody wants to remember us. So in this manner, Satvam priyan priya rupanshcha kaman abhidhyayan nachiketotya srakshihi naitam srunkam vittamayim avapto yasyam majjanti bahavo manushyaha. Majority of the people, the lot, they always go for the wealth. But you have shown disinterest, you have discarded, you didn't get tempted also. And he is now our Adi Shankaracharya, he will explain the in the Bhashya again what all he rejected. He says, Sa tvam punaha punaha maya pralobhamanah api priyan putradin priya rupansha apsarah prabhuti lakshanan kaman abhidhyayam chintayam tesham anityatva asaratva adi doshan he nachiketah atyasrakshi rati srushtavan parityaktavan asi aho buddhimata tava. O Nachiketa, O Nachiket, not Nachiketa, O Nachiket, even though again and again I tempted you, you were tempted by me again and again, by putra, children, pautran, grandchildren, which are very dear, which are for enjoyment. Yes, 5 minutes before the class began, someone called me, Swami, did you see that new Krishna Leela? The baby Krishna is so cute. It's so wonderful. It is so cuddly. It's so nice to even look at it. It is so nice. Yes, it is. Children are nice. Even a puppy is nice. Even a kitten is nice. Even a newly born donkey baby is the most beautiful one. We don't deny that. See? And also I tempted you with apsaras. Apsaras are celestial nymphs who are able to satisfy all your desires, etc. So Priya was Putra, Pautra, and children and grandchildren, and Priya Rupam. Rupam is talking about the Rupa, Priya Rup, sweet, beautiful looking. That is talking about the celestial nymphs or angels. But you having contemplated tesham anityatva asaratva adi doshan, abhidhyayam chintayam tesham anityatvam asaratvam adi doshan. And you, O Nachiketa, hey Nachiketa, you having abhidhyayam, having contemplated upon their nature. And what is their nature? Tesham anityatva. They are all impermanent. Nitya is permanent, eternal. Eternal is better word, nitya. Anityatvam, not eternal. And asaratvam, full of shortcomings. etc. And in seeing these faults in everything that I presented you, you rejected them. Your understanding is great indeed. If after next breath, say next breath, forget next breath, in 5 minutes time, what is the time now? 8:04. 8:10, give you 6 minutes. Think within yourself, 6 minutes of your life are left. In 6 minutes, last breath. What are you going to think about? I have to make a will. Oh my God, my children are not around. The government will take away all the money. It will not go to them. I must call them. And by 6 minutes you are gone. Or are you going to call some people with whom you have had issues? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I should not have. Let's call it quits. Or are you going to eat your favorite dishes in the last 6 minutes? You can't even prepare them in 6 minutes. Or you want to be in the arm of your beloved, but he's caught up in traffic. 6 minutes left. Now 5 minutes left. What is, if death is approaching and it is at our doorstep, what should be our contemplation? How should our mind be oriented? This is what Nachiketa is teaching us, because he is facing death. And we are facing death every moment. But we are thinking unintelligently that death is an event when the breath stops. Don't live in this illusion. Don't live in this illusion. If you are looking for moksha, if you are looking for self-realization, God realization, immortality, this understanding is paramount. Nobody can be immortal or self-realized without having conquered death, without having understood death. What is its nature? Continuing, na etam vaptavan asi srunkam srutim kutsitam mudha jana pravrittam vittamayim dhanaprayam. The dull-witted people, mudha jana pravrittam, the dull-witted people who fall for this wealth. And what do they fall for? They fall for that. They fall for that. Anything. Action, thinking, involvement, desires, contemplation. On what? On accumulation of wealth. So, dull-witted people who fall for that which leads to accumulation of wealth, you didn't fall for this, O Nachiket. You didn't fall for this path of wealth. Vipteshanas? Haven't we get caught up on the path of wealth, on the path of relationships, which is children, grandchildren? For that you have to get married first. And socializing, creating networks, knowing the right people. Vitteshna, Putreshna, Lokeshna. This is the way of the dull-witted people. This is the way of the stupid people. But O Nachiket, you did not choose that. You rightly discriminated. You indeed are a great student. Such people who are after wealth, after putra pautradi, children, grandchildren, name and fame, they are the materialists. Are we falling in that category? Or are we recognizing that by default I have been brought up in that manner, but I have recognized that I am unnecessarily over entangled in all these three. I need to wean myself away. How do you wean yourself away? What did I say? Dispassion within, love outside. We do exactly the opposite. We are critical about people, but we love ourselves. A spiritual seeker, a sannyasi, a sadhu, a renunciate, a mahatma, or even an adept seeker, outwardly he is all love. Inwardly he is all discrimination. He is ruthless with himself. But as regards people, he loves, he forgives, he has compassion, he has empathy, without getting over entangled in anyone's life. Therefore, he keeps moving from one place to the other, never being dependent on anyone, or anything, or any place, or any time. Desha, Kala, Vastu, space, time, objectivity, thing or person. It doesn't depend on anyone. If you read biographies of Tapon Maharaj and Akhandanandji Maharaj and Shivanandji Maharaj, one day they are in a king's palace living on a beautiful Dunlop bed with beautiful silken doona. 3 days later, they are living under a tree by the Ganges on the hot sand. For them, both are meaningless. For them, both are meaningless. Neither did they give value to the beautiful bed and the doona. They never look back, oh, that was wonderful. I think I should get one for myself like that. Neither lying on those hot sands on the banks of the Gangaji, they have a wish. Oh, I wish that king, that businessman calls me again to his place, then I will have a nice bed to sleep. No likes or dislikes. Such is the way of a renunciate. zero value. Outside, for the sake of vyavahar, for the sake of transaction, he will speak, this is nice, that is nice, this is good, that is good. All drama goes on. Inside, when push comes to a shove, let go of everything. Like Nachiket, let go of every wonderful thing that the Lord of Death presented him, tempted him. Nothing he wants, except wanting to know, is consciousness there after death? Some people say yes, some people say no. Please tell me conclusively. Has that question caught us from inside? Or are we still arguing while listening to the lecture that what is wrong with collecting wealth, what is wrong with earning money, what is wrong with taking care of our children and grandchildren? If this dialogue is going on your mind, reassess yourself. I was going to say, sign off from the Zoom. But that's not the solution. Reassess yourself. Reassess the reality of all this. So, the simple rule is, if we are attached to the world, we are detached from God or Spirit. If we are attached to the Spirit or God, we are detached from the world. And remember, this body also comes in this world, is a part of this world, made up of the elements which go to make the world: space, air, fire, water, earth. World is continuously changing, body is continuously changing. When I say the body, the four koshas, five sheets, they are also changing. So assess. Every night, go to sleep assessing your day. Scan your day. See where you have been, where you have fallen short of your goal. If the goal is, I am of the nature of immortality, where have I fallen short? Or if the goal was, I must live within, I must be dispassionate, renunciate, outside I should be loving, have I fallen short in that interaction? Do I have any regrets with regards to the interaction in the world? Is there something that I should have not done or could have done better? That is regret. Did I forget? Did I at any time during the day, 24, before going to sleep, till that moment, was I detached from everything that was going on outside? See? Was I ever contemplative? Was I ever aware of the ultimate destination in spite of my interaction in the world? These are, take something like that, or something that while we are giving the satsang on Kathopanishad, so many beauties are there. Take something that grabs your imagination. And follow it. All you need is one. Continuing, तयोः श्रेयः आददानस्य साधुः भवति हीयते अर्थादि अर्थात यह उ प्रेयः वृणीते इति उक्तं तत् कस्मात् यतः. He says, of these two paths are Shreyas and Preyas, the good and the pleasant, Godward and the worldwards, world. Of these two paths, one who follows the Shreya, one who follows the path of good, follows Shreya, he benefits. How does he benefit? The one who follows the path of good is wise, firstly, and B, good happens to him. What good is happening to us by coming to this lecture? Only banging left, right, center, head, top, bottom, everywhere. There is no place to escape. All responsibility is on us. What good is happening? This is the good. Unknowingly. So the path of pleasant is easy. The path of instant gratification is pleasant, is easy, is only with view to the body. Body, the panch koshas, 5 sheaths, body, breath, mind, intellect. But when we are talking about the path of good is with view to the ultimate, is with view to liberate, is with view to be the constant one, unchanging one. And that is most auspicious, that is most holy. Spirit is most auspicious, Spirit is most holy. How can anything bad happen to him? Whatever will happen to that person will be good only. But when you say, oh, I want to go, I am thinking about the immortality and I am doing these pranayams and some disease is coming and this part of my body is aching. The moment you say, this part of my body is aching, where is your attention? Is your attention on the ultimate goal, or is your attention on relieving the pain at the body level? If your attention is on the body and relief of the pain, you are in prayers. You are wanting instant solution for the pain. Go through it. When we were kids, twice a year, once a year, we used to eat twice sometimes because we used to climb trees. The trees were neem trees, and there's a particular day which comes, and on that day mom will send us, when we were young, first time when we went, we climbed, we took the sticks, and you have to get the young leaves of the neem tree. Then she made us make the chutney out of it, added some rock sugar into it, and kept on the mortar and grind with the hand. And afterwards, when it was all ready, she took one spoon and she says, now open your mouth. Oh, but we have, while all this we have tasted it, it's a bit bitter. Neem is very bitter. It's not pleasant at all. It's first time I took, I vomited. But she was also pakka, insistent. She caught my nose, put the spoon, closed the mouth. Swallow. Swallowed. Quickly, half a glass of water into the mouth. All gone. What happens? So much drama, unpleasant experience. This is just from an event point of view. But it keeps your body worm free, disease free, your blood becomes clean, cholesterol is not, the deposits of fat and all that all gets cleared once or twice a year. Similarly, you can try. Yes, it is with regards to body, but my point I am making is pleasant and good. You take the castor oil, warm it a little bit, 100 ml, drink it. You will not like the taste at all. Oh my God. Thinking also, I can get the feeling. But once it goes in, once it's down your throat, for some moment you will feel like vomiting. Don't keep drinking hot water. After one day, your entire intestine, large intestines, bowels will be very well cleaned up. Everything that has been there for so many weeks, months, years, it will be pushed out. As long as you are drinking, every half an hour you drink a cup of hot water. Try. Unpleasant, but long-term benefit. So when we are thinking about, when we are doing sadhana with keeping the spirit, the Atma as the ultimate goal, the immortality as the ultimate goal, then as the dirt of the world which has accumulated, the dirt of the desires which are accumulated in our mind, as they are being washed out, there will be a little bit of pain. For whom? For the mind. For whom? For the senses. For whom? For the body. But you hold on. Why you are holding on to that? Permanent solution, not temporary one. Permanent solution of misery and grief. So, of these two paths, the one who follows Shreya, the path of good, benefits and is wise, and good happens to him. And the one who follows Preya, the path of pleasant, destroys himself. No person who has followed the path of indulgence has come out unscathed. Desire converts into passion, passion into lust or greed. Eternally disturbed. Greed can never be satisfied. So, interact with the world wisely. And what is the way to interact with the world? At every moment in our life, these two paths are presenting themselves. Shreya and Preya. The path of the good and the path of the pleasant. Choose you have studied those Upanishad. Now you can't say I didn't know also. At least ignorance is bliss. If I didn't know, I don't know, I was going on this path. But now you know. And still you choose the path of the pleasant, your misery will be doubled. Self-inflicted. You are able to hear me, right? Can you hear me? Because the internet was unstable. Can you hear me, people? Hello? Huh. So, yeah, prayer destroys and the one who follows prayer destroys himself. This was said in the first mantra because now again the verse goes, fourth verse. Duramete viparite vishuchi. Duramete viparite vishuchi. Avidyaya cha vidyeti jnata. Avidyaya cha vidyeti jnata. Vidyabhipsinam nachiketasam manye. Vidyabhipsitam nachiketasam manye. Natva kama bahavo lolupanta. Natva kama bahavo lolupanta. Together. Duramete viparite vishuchi. Avidyaya cha vidyeti jnata. Vidyabhipsinam nachiketasam manye. Natva kama bahavo lolupanta. He says, the Lord is speaking. Who? The Lord of Death is speaking. All these verses are coming out of the mouth of Lord of Death. Here he says, Duram ete viparite vishuchi avidyaya cha vidyeti jnata. That which is known as vidya and avidya, knowledge and ignorance, both are very opposite to each other and give opposite results. Now two new words are being introduced. First, what was told? Shreya and Preya. Now what are the words being used? Vidya and avidya. Shreya, the path of good itself is knowledge, relatively speaking, and the path of prayer itself is the path of ignorance. Okay. I consider both of those paths, path of vidya and path of avidya, path of knowledge and path of. Why low battery here? One moment, something is not right. What is not right? What is wrong there? Why it is going? consider you Vidya Bhipsinam Nachiketasam Manye Natva Kama Bahava Alolupantaha. I consider you, Nachiket, to be wanting, desiring knowledge. Lord Death is making this statement. If death presents itself to us, now 3 minutes left. If death presents itself to us, okay, we'll give you grace period. Another 23 minutes. Grace period. Like Nachiket got after going to death, he should be dead. He didn't. He's got grace period. 3 days. So we are also getting grace period. What is that? The opportunity for the death to speak to us in this manner. It's an internal dialogue. Where the death is speaking to Nachiket, that I consider you, Nachiket, to be to be desiring Vidya, knowledge, because so many enjoyments did not tempt you. If at 9 o'clock death comes and knock knock, who's there? I am there. Who me? Who you? Who I am? Oh, I am the father of this one and the daughter of this one and the son of that one and the brother of this one and the sister of that one and the husband of this one or the wife of that one. Opportunity lost. You have to start all over again in the next life. Because neither life continues, neither death continues. Death also has to stop to give way to life. Life also has to stop to give way to death. This is the rule of the relative. So if you die as a normal person, then life again someone will teach Upanishad. Again he will say 9 o'clock is coming. Again we will have the opportunity to be as clear, focused, desiring Brahma Vidya, desiring knowledge, or the other side, desire the world. If you desire the world of changing, what is there? Bondage. With bondage what comes? Grief, misery. If we choose the path of knowledge, what comes? Immortality, liberation, wisdom. These two paths are available to us with every breath. These two paths are available to us every moment. Every moment. Every day. Depending upon your acumen, how finely tuned you are within. महान्ततरेण महतान्तरेण एते विपरीते अन्योन्य व्यावृत्तरूपे विवेक अविवेक आत्मकत्वात् तमः प्रकाशौ इव. He says, it has been said that the one who follows the path of the good, the one who pursues the good, attains the good. And to that person, he attains the good, and to that person, the one who is following the path of Shreyas, who is following the path of good, the pleasant forfeits that person. The pleasant gives up on that person. Just like all the desires give up the person who's sleeping. Yeah, they go, they knock, but you're so deeply engrossed, I want to sleep, it's catching you from inside. At that time, any desire comes, you are not ready to pursue it. Why? You are not available only. Next one moment. So these two paths, they are like light and darkness. As far as the light is from darkness, that much of opposite nature are this path of good, Shreyas, and the path of pleasant, Preyas. Then he continues, विशुचि विशुच्यौ नानागति भिन्न फले संसार मोक्ष हेतुत्वे न इति एतत्. And Vishuchi means that everything in this world is taking you into different directions, giving you different results. Two people pursuing the same thing, different result. Two people eating the same thing, different result. Two people talking the same thing, understood differently. Same words. I am speaking about something here, Kathopanishad here. What each one of you is understanding is different. If there is no mind in between, then it is perfect. But if there is mind in between trying to understand, then what is the sanskar of that mind? What each mind has been programmed by? Someone may be programmed with wealth, another programmed with relationships, another programmed with profession, another programmed with man, this fellow is talking too much, I am hungry, 9 o'clock, how far away are you? 14 minutes away, okay. Each one of you will be thinking differently if we are not thinking of the ultimate, or we are available to this satsang with an empty mind. this world, in this relative world, everything gives you different results. And the result of going into the pursuing the path of the pleasant will give you a different result, and within that path of the pleasant, everyone gets different result. Like the other day, he got me some mangoes. Forget about I enjoyed the mango. Second person said, oh, it produces too much heat, I'm not going to have the mango. Third one said, I want the mango, but I don't want the seed inside. I only want the meat of the mango. Fourth one said, I want a little bit more ripe. This is, I did not get it that sweet one. I want more. Maybe tomorrow, day after I'll have. Each one different. Mango was one. But when so even though the thing is the same, different results. Many things in this world, in the path of pleasant, the whole world is there which is giving you the pleasantries. Today the mango gives me joy, tomorrow it will give me diarrhea. Why tomorrow? Today also it can give me, if I eat mango and drink a little bit of water, very quickly I will be running to the toilet. Why did I eat mango and I drink water? Why didn't you stop me? How did I commit that mistake? Immediately the joy becomes misery. This is the way of the pleasant. But when we pursue the path of good, the result is the same. What is the result? Moksha. What is the result? Disentanglement. What is the result? The pleasant cannot latch onto you. What is the result? Wisdom. We are not talking about wisdom through words. Abiding in wisdom. That is moksha. This is the same for everyone. There is no question, I am little bit wise, now I am 95% wise. I am 99% wise. It will not be like that. So when we follow the path of good, the result is same for anyone who follows the path of good. All the good qualities, positive qualities start expressing through that person. Love, compassion, non-violence, forgiveness, empathy, all that starts automatically, without thinking, it will start expressing out of such a person. So we see, following the two paths, each one gives different results. Each one gives different results. Kete iti uchyate. Kete iti uchyate. Why is this? Why is that so? Then it says, या च अविद्या प्रेयः अविषया विद्येति च श्रेयः अविषया ज्ञाता निर्ज्ञाता ज्ञातावगता पंडितैः. He says because these two, when you follow, they both begin like you are at this point right now. You choose the path of good or you choose the path of pleasant. And what happens? They are not two parallel paths like the railway track. both lines, you choose this path, this track, the left hand track or the right hand track. They will, till as far as you go, they will keep following each other. They are parallel to each other. But unlike this, when you follow this one or you follow this one, as you follow, the distance between the two becomes greater and greater and greater and greater. They never meet together. So as you walk on this path, if you walk on the path of prayas, the pleasant, you distance yourself from that which is good. You distance yourself from ignorance. You distance yourself from knowledge. When you follow the path of good, you distance yourself from that which is pleasant. You distance yourself from that which is ephemeral. You distance yourself from that which is finite, changing. See, this is for our benefit. That is Adi Shankaracharya ji is telling. That having got this human birth, O man, O seeker, make good use of it. Many people were there, 8th century AD, when Shankaracharya came, was born. His teacher was a great Sanskrit scholar. His teacher's teacher was a great Sanskrit scholar. There are so many Pandits and Acharyas and great people. He was only a 16-year-old boy. There were people who were thrice his age, 4 times his age, established in the culture, established in the tradition, established in the way of life, established in the language. Then what was the need of Adi Shankaracharya to write a commentary on the Bhagavad Gita or the Upanishads? To bring clarity. This was the period after the 2500 years of Buddhism. Which does not accept Atma. Present day Buddhism does not accept Atma. We are not talking about Buddha, but all the followers and their interpretations. Non-violence, non-violence, non-violence. Compassion, compassion, compassion. What was the result? We were ruled for last 13, 14, 1500 years. That was the that was the result of non-violence. Our Bhagavad Gita doesn't teach non-violence. Not in that manner. So, Adi Shankaracharya, he had to re-establish the tenets. He had to re-establish the knowledge in the right way. He had to resurrect the Sanatana Dharma, which had become misunderstood and got buried. From this verse, when you read that verse, it's a simple meaning. But when Shankaracharya writes, you see the connotations within those statements. And that statement, when we make it subjective applied on ourselves, man, I'm born as a human. I got this birth as an opportunity. Have I lived my life following the path of Shreyas, or have I lived the life following the path of prayers? Okay, whatever has happened has happened. At this moment, am I following the path of prayers, or am I choosing Shreyas? Shreyas, I don't choose prayers. But understand what are the consequences of it. Just having a blind belief that I am following Shreyas does not mean you are following Shreyas. It must exhibit in your life. From our mind, the attachment, the love, the desire, the lust, the greed for the world, for the experiences, for the relations, for the possessions, for the wealth. Everything must become less and less and less. So find out. This is what Adi Shankaracharya is trying to impress upon us. So just understanding Shreyas is the path of good. What does good mean? Following the path of good means distancing yourself from, if you are following the path within your daily living, you are finding that you are becoming disinterested in everything else except the ultimate goal. Is that taking place? You are disinterested. Again, I am repeating. It does not mean if your grandchild comes, now I am not interested in the grandchildren. That is not disinterest. If the grandchild has come, play. But don't overplay. Don't indulge. Don't be too emotional. Don't get emotionally entangled in anything. Because for you, the ultimate goal as a student of Vedanta is moksha. Tatra vidyabhipsinam vidyarthinam nachiketasam tvam aham manye. What are these two? Thank you. Now we'll take this one from next week. We'll look at it. Tatra vidyabhipsinam vidyarthinam nachiketasam tvam aham manye. Among all those beings, you Nachiketa, I believe that you are desirous of wisdom, desirous of knowledge. This is what my belief is. The last two sentences of the fourth verse, we'll look at them in our next class. Assess yourself, don't forget these two. Be aware of them all the time. Shreyas or prayas? Eating food, Shreyas or prayas? Sleeping, Shreyas or prayas? When you get up, Shreyas or prayas? Little 2 minutes more, prayas. Shreyas means the moment eyes open, get up, jump into the shower, finish your morning routine, and you are available for japa, puja, dhyan. Prayers will be, get up in the morning, 2 more minutes, so nice, acha, achhe. Oh, but I got up 2-3 times at night, maybe 5 minutes is not, I'm not asking too much, only 5 minutes. And afterwards, suddenly 1 hour gone. And every day is the same thing. So let that not be the pattern for this week at least. Catch yourself, be alert, be vigilant of these two. Keep practicing. Shreyas prayas, Shreyas prayas, Shreyas